returning to 10. This is Southern New England's news leader.
New on the night team, a dog runs onto a busy highway in Massachusetts. How state troopers rescued him.
We've heard about no-tipping restaurants in other parts of the country. Now the concept has come to Providence. What it means for customers and workers. Next on the night team.
And a frightening stay. A patient at Rhode Island Hospital reportedly sexually assaulted by an employee.
But we start with breaking news out of Providence, where a teenager has been stabbed in front of Providence Place Mall. Good evening, I'm Patrice Wood.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan Jay. The victim, just 14. Let's get right to the night team's Tony Gugliotta. He's live on the scene now with his breaking information. Tony? And we continue right now with the Storm Team 10 weather alert. Bundle up. It is a cold weekend ahead. Cold right now. As you can see, people aren't taking any chances.
And this is a live look right now outside and a view from one of our traffic cameras. This is a view of the Jamestown Bridge on the North Kingstown side. The road looks dry and without ice, but it is cold. Not fit for man nor beast. It is going to be a weekend of dead batteries and frozen water pipes.
That's right. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Mark Searles. And Mark, these conditions are really serious.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, this is a type of cold that we have not seen, guys, in some instances almost 3 decades. So we're talking about temperatures well below zero by Sunday morning, as well as wind chills maybe as cold as 30 to 35 below zero. So no joke. There's live pictures right now, the sky cam out of Providence. Of course, we're looking toward the Iowa. Fairly quiet scene right now. Temperature sits at 49 degrees. Winds right out of the south, 13 miles an hour. Temperatures still holding into the 50s now across most of the region. But again, this is all about the change. Some of that colder air sweeps in from the northwest. The timing on when it arrives, and really I'll let you know when the worst of it will be so you can plan your weekend around all that. Dan, Patrice, I'll see you again in a few minutes.
All right, Mark, some good information there. Meantime, new in the night team, firefighters fighting cold and fire here in Cranston tonight. This fire broke out at Sam's Market earlier this evening. Reports tonight from the scene say the fire started in a boiler and spread to the roof. No word on any injuries.
And later, a viewer sent us this video of a car engulfed in flames. It happened on Larchmont Street in Warwick. A family's car and house on fire tonight. The fire department tells us the residents started their car and it became engulfed in flames. The fire spread to the house, melting the siding. No one was injured.
You know, it's challenging enough to fight fires, but the cold can put a strain on rescue crews working in difficult conditions.
And tonight we're talking to firefighters who were just out battling a fire and the elements. The night team's Brian Crandall is in Norton. Brian?
Fire and ice. And here's what he's talking about 24 hours.
As the temperature continues to drop, it's important to remember your pets. The American Kennel Club offers these tips. Provide plenty of food and water. When taking a walk, you may want to put a sweater on your dog. Watch out for de-icers like rock salt. They can irritate paws. And keep antifreeze away from your pets. It is poisonous. For more cold weather tips, log on to our website, turnto10.com. Some communities have opened warming centers, and we have a list on turnto10.com. And Turn to 10 for updated Storm Team 10 forecasts anytime. Download the NBC 10 News app for your Apple and Android devices.
Also tonight on the night team, we've learned that the victim involved in a murder-suicide at Pawtucket actually reached out to police a week before her death. Police say the 52-year-old husband stabbed his 50-year-old wife and dog before killing himself inside their apartment here on Meadow Street Thursday night. The wife reportedly went to the police department on February 4th and filed a report claiming her husband threatened her. Neighbors say they never saw this coming.
Did you ever hear yelling or any type of fighting?
Never. I never seen them. I've been here a year with my daughter. My daughter been here longer than that, but, you know, I never seen them arguing or nothing, you know.
Police have yet to release the identities of the two victims. Pawtucket police say the wife did speak to a detective, but there was actually no probable cause to put out a warrant for the husband's arrest. They also tell us here at NBC 10 a domestic violence advocate reached out to the wife but did not get a response.
Tracking developments of a freak accident on a highway in Boston today that took the life of a Milton school teacher. Police say 35-year-old Caitlin Clavette of Winchester was traveling on I-93 on her way to work, and that's when a manhole cover flew up and smashed right through her windshield. Clavette then crashed into a wall and died at the scene. Police are now examining more than 500 manhole covers to make sure they are secure.
We decided to send the highway crews out to inspect every single opening of any kind, whether it's a grate or a manhole cover or an electronic grate or whatever it is out there on all the Metropolitan Highway System roads. And if we see anything that concerns us, we'll do what we need to do to make sure we shut it down.
The Glover Elementary School, where Clivette works, will be open Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for parents who need help in talking to their children about the accident.
New in the night team, an arrest has been made in the case of a man accused of sexual assault at a Bristol CVS. Police have now arrested 30-year-old Eric Paiva for the crime. He's accused of squeezing a woman's buttocks in the cosmetics aisle back in January.
And now an update on the deadly police officer charged with operating under the influence. Scott Poirier is accused of crashing his school bus while drunk with students on board yesterday. He pleaded not guilty today and must now wear a GPS monitor. He told police that he was taking cold medicine before the crash. He has also been suspended from his job.
All right, let's talk politics tonight. Decision 2016 coverage GOP candidates are now gearing up for the next debate. It'll take place tomorrow night in Greenville, South Carolina. Voters go to the polls in that state late next week. We also learned today that GOP candidate Jim Gilmore is dropping out of the race. In fact, you may not have heard of him because he barely registered in Iowa or New Hampshire. Now, remember, for the latest as the race heats up, go to turnto10.com and click on the Politics tab.
The Block Island high-speed ferry wants a fare increase, and now the PUC is planning to set a date to hear the proposal. Parent company Interstate Navigation is asking for the increase. It wants to raise rates by $1 each way between Point Judith and Old Harbor. If approved, the price of a round-trip adult ticket would go from $35 to $37. New at 11, an explosion that led to a prison escape. Tonight, we're hearing what they did to escape from behind bars.
Back on his feet, a local dog abused and abandoned defies doctors' predictions.
Closed captioning on NBC 10 is brought to you by Cardi's Furniture. Nairobi presents Made in the USA sofas, love seats, and recliners from Lazy Boy.
New on the night team, scary moments at an Ocean State job lot in Groton.
That's right, a car drove through the front entrance this morning. The sedan crashed all the way through the front doors and came to a stop inside the store. 2 people in the car were injured, but only one was taken to the hospital. No one in the store was injured, and the store is safe to reopen. Tonight, police are investigating, but no word yet on why that car crashed into the store.
In consumer news, the FDA has new requirements for calorie labeling, but now lawmakers in the U.S. House have approved a bill to ease them. These are laws for places that sell prepared foods and have 20 or more locations. They have to post calorie information on menus, menu boards, and displays by December. The new bill would still require the posting, but reduce the number of places the information needs to be posted.
All new in the night team tonight. He has been in and out of the news for more than 15 years now. He's been on television shows, in trouble with the IRS, even in prison. So where is Richard Hatch now? Actually, he recently has been right back here where we first found him on reality TV. You may have seen him right here on NBC 10.
The night team's Brian Crandall has covered Hatch almost since the start. And once again, he caught up with the Newport man who's been sort of a lightning rod.
I doubt you've seen.
In which he used cunning to compete against other contestants.
I'm comfortable there.
New in the night team tonight, newly released video here shows just a terrifying armed robbery at a Kentucky auto parts store. Take a closer look. Employees say it was a normal day until masked men came in and put guns to their heads. They forced the men into the office and threw them to the ground at gunpoint. The safe was open. Robbers took all the cash inside, then fled the building. Employees say the whole thing took less than a minute. No arrests yet, though.
New on the night team, a Canadian man has been found alive after being missing for almost 30 years. Edgar LaTulip was 21 when he disappeared in 1986. Police got information right away where he went, but they couldn't find him. Then this January, Edgar was found when, get this, he told a social worker he finally remembered his name.
What had occurred was a head injury shortly after arriving in St. Catharines a number of years ago. And so effectively, he forgot who he was.
Police say a DNA test confirmed that he is, in fact, Edgar. He'll soon be reunited with his family.
New in the night team tonight. It's getting political here. The city of Reno had a new mayor for one day, and you're looking at it right there. It was Everett the Big Dog. Everett was named mayor of Reno Thursday to bring attention to great dogs and shelters that need homes. He was adopted by a family 2 years ago. His family won him the honor of being the mayor after spending $1,100 at an SPCA auction. His time in office didn't last long, though. He was impeached when he told people to pay their taxes in sausages.
Hi again, everyone. Here's a look at what's happening tonight. Fairly quiet, 50 both days.
Amazing.
Right. We'll take it, Mark. Thanks. Ahead only at 11, getting to know the candidates by watching the debates, why it may not be the best idea. Now only at 11, now that North Korea has launched another satellite into space, U.S. defense officials anticipate that Pyongyang has the ability to provoke nuclear war with the U.S.
And these successful launches may also result in an unsettling business arrangement in the near future. Here's the night team's Jeff Barnes.
Hedge my bets towards. Hi, everyone. Frank Carpano here. Still to come in sports. We'll check in on the red-hot Bruins, plus more on the latest fallout from the Patriots' loss yesterday in Denver. Sports is next.
Well, Patrice Bergeron was going for another record tonight, I guess.
I know, but they've had a tough little streak. They can't wait to get out of town, Frank, right?
Any coincidence he's your favorite player,
He's
Patrice?
my favorite, yes.
Well, yeah, when things aren't going well, you know, got to get out of town. This is exactly what the Bruins are doing. They hit the road tonight looking for redemption after that 9-2 loss Tuesday at home. The team got out of town to start of a 6-game road trip tonight in Winnipeg. Patrice Bergeron began the night needing a goal for his 7th career 20-goal season. And here in the first period, Brad Marchand sets him up. Easy tap in to make it 1-0 Boston. Hey, speaking of Marchand, 2-2 game later in the first. Watch this rush. And the backhand flip to the top of the nets, Marchand's 26th goal of the season. No scoring in the second period, but Boston with 3 more goals in the third, including Bergeron's 2nd of the night. Bruins with a nice bounce-back win, beating the Jets 6-2. Latest now on Providence Bruins goalie Malcolm Subban. During pregame warm-up Saturday, Subban took a puck to the throat, underwent surgery for a fractured larynx. The procedure performed on Monday went well. Subban has since been released from the hospital. No timetable for his return to the ice, although the Bruins admit it's going to be at least 8 weeks. Big night tomorrow night in Kingston. Rhodey Rams play host to the top team in their conference, the nationally ranked Dayton Flyers. Game time, 7 p.m. at the Ryan Center. Bryant, trying to avoid its 8th loss in a row, hosted Fairleigh Dickinson tonight. Bulldogs trailed by double digits in the first half. That despite Bryant shooting 56% in the first 20 minutes. Second half, Nizre Zuzwa, one of his 5 3-pointers, brings the Bulldogs to within 7 points with just under 4 to play. Zuzwa finished with a game-high 25. But FDU scored the next 8 unanswered, and they beat Bryant. The final score was 91-77. At Fenway Park tonight, not baseball, not hockey, snowboarding. It was the Big Air competition. Unfortunately, local competitor Browns Ty Walker didn't compete. She crashed during training yesterday, suffered a fractured vertebrae in her back, but is expected to return to competition soon. It was really quite a sight under the lights at Fenway tonight. Stands full of fans who were thrilled and delighted by some of the amazing moves that these competitors were showcasing. Here's one of them right here. The big launch, and down the hill they go. Wow, this competition continues tomorrow. Finally tonight, Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning and Magic Johnson like you've never seen them before. Both on The Tonight Show last night. They participated in egg Russian roulettes. What is that? Well, in an egg carton, 8 of those eggs hard-boiled, 4 were raw. The key was to try not to pick the raw eggs. Here's how it went.
This dream's come true. Good to see you, buddy. And I don't know. What is going on?
Wow, that never gets old, does it?
I can listen to Magic laugh all day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have so much fun, don't they?
That's awesome. Yeah. All right, final check of the forecast. We got to bundle up.
Yeah, this is how it goes, right? Look at these temperatures. Wow, real cold stuff, guys. We're talking 45 tomorrow, all the way down into the 30s for Thursday, Friday. Weekend looks good, always looks good from this perspective, but especially now. Right near 50, both Saturday, Sunday.
That looks really good.
Yeah, what a roller coaster we've been on.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join the NBC 10 Sunrise crew first thing in the morning.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 5 p.m. right after Ellen. Have a great day tomorrow.